again, ladies and gentlemen, Kriti Sanon and Kanika Dhillon.
Guys, firstly, thank you, and this is also going to be, this is live on GeoTV, and this is also going to be on Bollywood Hungama, so we have an audience watching also. You know, extremely, I feel sitting here very proud of both of you, the way you all are going. First, let me tell you all that Do Patti is a film that you all are both producers. You're an actor-producer, you're a writer-producer.
We're both playing double roles. She's playing double role on screen and off screen.
Right.
I'm playing double role off screen, so a lot of doubles.
Right. Kriti, आपने इतना कुछ देखा है इंडस्ट्री में, you know, entering production is a very big decision. What goes on to taking that step ki, okay, I will produce?
To be honest, I wanted to be creatively more involved in, you know, certain stories that I passionately feel for, other than just being an actor.
Right.
And that freedom comes with being also the producer, because you really go all out and get involved into the whole process of, you know, the scripting to the final draft, to when it's going, you know, on floors, to music, to the edit, to everything, you know, and you're like really a part of it as a whole, and not just you as an actor. And I think I always felt the craving for that. But of course, it's a very, very tough job, and you need, especially when you're doing it for the first time, you need a good producing partner who's also there to support you all the time and take the major load of it, especially when you're also acting. And you're playing a double role on screen. So it's like, so I was really happy that she was taking a large part of the load and I could enjoy the creative process.
Right, right. You know, Kanika, to you as well, you've written films for Netflix, which we have enjoyed. Again, big decision for you doing, you know, why Netflix original? Why produce?
So why Netflix original? Because of course, you know, access to a worldwide audience.
Right.
And why the decision to produce? You know, simply because you want, as a writer, you know, you write a film and then you hand it over to a director or producer to, you know, take it through. But when you really want to be involved, like Kriti said, from the word go, be a part of the entire journey. And see it through and make sure that whatever is written on paper, when the audience sees it, you know, they feel the same emotion, they feel the same vibe, you know. So to make sure that your baby is taken care of till the end, I thought what better way to tell my story and turn writer and producer. And Do Patti is a very special story. It's very close to our hearts. It has something very important to say, something very emotional, and that needs to be said in today's times. It's very engaging. It's a beautiful story. So when I was writing it, I was feeling that, you know, this is a story where I really need to own it, you know, and I just think it's universe coming together, because I got a producing partner who's equally passionate about the story. You know, when I narrated it to her, I remember she had actually, one part of this idea came from her because she really felt so strongly about the issue.
Right.
And then when I circled back to her with the full story, you know, I could literally see the tears in her eyes and, you know, how passionately she felt about it. And I was so happy that, you know, she's my producing partner on this.
Right.
And so, yeah, that's the long and short of it.
Right. Kriti, you know, I've interviewed, without taking names, I've interviewed actresses who've become producers that, you know, they say we learned a lot. While even if you produce one movie, you learn a lot. They've said कि यार पैसे बचाना था मुझे कि मेरी film थी. Tell me, what was the biggest learning for you?
Yeah, that it's not easy. And, you know, it may look all easy, and, you know, when we are just on set as an actor, we are like, Arey, why is this not happening? Why is that not happening? But it really takes a whole team to, you know, kind of make sure that everything goes smoothly. And there will be hiccups, and you need to know how to deal with those hiccups. For example, before we were going on shoot, we were supposed to shoot our first schedule and major portion of the film in Manali. And suddenly there were landslides in Manali. And we couldn't take that decision of going there anymore. So last minute we had to change the entire location, which obviously leads to losses, and then you have to figure how to save those losses. So there's a lot of math that's involved. And also, I realized that even when it comes to the edit, you know, I mean, I've always felt it as an actor also that I feel like a large part of the film is made on the edit.
Yeah.
You know,
Totally.
so as a producer also you realize that not everything that you feel that is working on set works in the larger scenario, and sometimes the other way around also.
Correct. Kanika, to you, how did this take shape? Kaun producer pehle bana, and how was the casting plan? When, you know, who became a producer first?
Yeah, I was a producer first.
Okay.
But you know, in this case, it should be because Kriti's been a part of it since the beginning, na?
Okay.
Like from the seed of the story, because it was literally actually Haseen Dilruba had come out when you know me and Kriti spoke on the phone that you know let's do something, and then I was like, "Tujhe kya karna hai bata?" So she had something in mind. I had a different story in mind. Then
And actually, when I met her saying, "I want to produce a film."
Okay.
So I want something that my heart really, really feels strongly for. And she was like, even I want to produce what I write.
Right.
Because Haseen Dilruba and Phirai, I was the co-producer already. And I've already been producing most of my films as a co-producer.
Right.
So for me, it was my next step. I was ready for my next step as an independent producer, producing under my banner Katha Pictures. And then, you know, this perfect synergy happened.
Okay.
And Kriti also wanted to produce, and she was feeling very strongly about this story. So, you know, ऐसे करते करते कारवां बन गया, and I thought it was the most beautiful thing that happened.
Amazing. Kajol is in it. So the minute I hear कि Kriti Kajol एक film है, I will like take my ticket. I am already buying a ticket for this one. So I'm totally.
Sorry, इसके लिए ticket नहीं, आपको subscription लेना पड़ेगा.
Yes. So I'm totally sold. I mean, I'll totally watch this movie. When did Kajol come on board? You both are producers. They all can now talk as producers.
So basically, you know, as a writer first, I'd say, I mean, I was so excited that it'll be Kriti and Kajol on screen playing these characters. As a producer, even more so. Yeah. You know, and Kajol came a little later. We were going through one or two more names for playing that character. And I remember I went to narrate the script to her. तो मैंने कई बार बताया वो you know when I started the story, she took out her knitting needles and वो sweater बनाने लग गई. तो मैंने कहा I don't know if this is going well. She's knitting a sweater. I don't know if she's even listening to my story. But then you know, immediately after I finished the narration, she really responded very well to it, and she said yes. And then I remember I called Kriti. I said, Kriti, she's on board and all of that. So we had a yippee moment. And you know, so you know, all these are very cherished memories.
Right.
Because you're having that journey together. And you know, one is so involved in everything. Ki abhi aage kya, what is the next step? So it was literally like a celebration also, and a lot of learning for both of us.
Amazing.
You know, also her character, like when Kanika was writing it and we were like constantly hearing it, it needed someone with that depth and that weight. You know, to kind of pull it off,
right?
Because it's through her eyes that you sort of see this story,
right?
You know, and it needed someone who was really, really strong as a personality and a performer. And Kajol ma'am is, of course, I mean, she's done various kind of roles, and it struck us that she's never played a cop.
Wow, she's
you know?
First time. Yeah.
It is her first time. Can you believe in so
Kajol
many years of her
cop.
career, so many films that she's done, she's never played a cop.
Right. You know, you must be watching Kajol before you became an actress. We've all watched her and loved her. Now, कभी सोचा था produce करोगी film Kajol के साथ, act भी करोगे, और बताइए कैसी है set पे, what is it like to share screen space with her?
Yeah, मेरे लिए honestly ना, मेरी दूसरी film थी जिसमें शाहरुख काजोल मेरे साथ थे, दिलवाले. Okay, so I was a baby back then, and I had very few scenes with her. She played my sister, and I remember just being extremely nervous on that set. It was my second film. I knew nothing about filmmaking. I was learning everything on the job. And to now, after 8 years, you know, working again with her, my first thing was I had this craving that, you know, we couldn't really get some really meaty performance scenes in that film. And I was also so new that I didn't really know that depth, you know. And over the years, I've also learned, found my own craft, you know, realized my own, how I work. And it was really nice to work with her on this film where we had like solid scenes,
Wow.
you know, together. And I think she's just amazing. She's brilliant. And one of her most amazing qualities is that she's very collaborative.
Okay.
You know, she has strong opinions. She will also correct you. Like she would at times tell me ki, no, you know, I feel like here you're saying it like this, but actually you should be feeling like this. If you would do it like this, it'll be better.
Okay.
But at the same time, if I would say that, ma'am, do you instead feel like, you know, we should do it like this? And if she feels it, she would agree. And it's not like, oh, I'm a senior and you're a junior, or none of that. And when she would like something that I've done, she would also encourage and be like, nicely done.
Nice.
And that means so
That's
much
great,
as an actor coming from such a senior actor who
Yeah.
you've grown up watching, you know. And she's just all in for the film. She's all in for the scene.
Right.
So that is something which is amazing about her.
Nice. कॉप का रोल लिखा फिर काजोल बोर्ड पे आई कि आपने काजोल सोच के लिखा कॉप?
नहीं कॉप का रोल तो लिखा ही हुआ था.
Okay.
इनफैक्ट दैट मीटिंग दैट आई वाज हैविंग विद काजोल, पूरी कहानी सुना के कॉप की एंट्री, ये वो कॉप है, बाइक है, यू नो ऐसा माउंटिंग है, पूरी कहानी सुन ली, बड़ा मजा आया करने का, वेरी नाइस. पर मुझे ना बाइक चलानी नहीं आती. मैंने कहा ठीक है, विल मैनेज दिस, बट एवरी फिल्म दैट आई हैव सैट ऑन अ बाइक आई हैव ब्रोकन माय लेग. सो वो देख लेना. यू नो हाउ इट इज. बट adding to what Kriti was saying, now when you watch her on set as a performer, na, it feels like, you know, the craft of cinema is in her DNA. She's so instinctive.
Right.
And I think she's the only actor I've seen who finishes off a scene so fast and gets it bang on.
And she never watches the monitor.
Yeah.
Never.
That's really something, right?
Yeah, it's awesome. She never watches the monitor, like she's saying, and she just gets it and done. And she'll herself know before the director that it's done.
Wow.
So that sort of, you know, she's so experienced.
Right.
It's a joy to watch that sort of expertise and talent. And, you know, as producers, extremely happy, very proud that a talent of this caliber, you know, and this stature is leading our film.
Right.
I'm too really, really glad that she said yes to this film and became a part of, you know, my first butterfly. It just really means a lot.
Amazing. Do you want to explain to this audience what is watching a monitor like for an actor? How important it is? Do you do it? And when someone like her doesn't do it, do you go and ask why they don't watch?
No, I think to each his own. You know,
Okay.
I feel like it's not something. एक तो अपने डायरेक्टर पे कॉन्फिडेंस ऑब्वियसली होना चाहिए,
बिल्कुल,
you know,
हाँ.
कि डायरेक्टर ने हाँ बोला है, अगर उनको सब सही लगा है तो सही होगा. But I feel everyone just grows differently and reacts
Right.
differently. There are some actors who feel like they know what they've done and they don't need to see it.
Right.
For someone like me, there are times when I really feel it and I know that हाँ मेरे को feel हुआ अंदर से full on, so I don't need to watch it. And there are times I don't watch it. But there are times when I'm maybe a little unsure कि ये जो मैंने किया ये दिखा या नहीं दिखा. You know, on camera. So sometimes it's nicer to go and watch it. For example, a film like Teri Baaton Mein Aisa Ulja Jiya, where you're playing a robot who's so close to being a human and you're walking a thin line. I don't know, am I looking too human or too robotic? And for me, it was important. Like even Shahid would say कि एक बार देख लेते हैं, you know, because we don't know what camera has caught and what it hasn't.
Right.
You also monitor, आप सिर्फ इसीलिए नहीं देखते to see how well you've
How
done.
you're
इसलिए
looking.
भी देखते हो कि गलती क्या की है.
Right.
So sometimes you
वही
as an
होता है
actor,
mainly.
हाँ, as an actor that instinct is there कि हाँ अच्छा this I've done this wrong, I'll catch it next time, I'll improve it.
Right.
So that is also there.
Right. You know, we are close to, now. The teaser is out. कल आपका गाना भी आ रहा है. Song teaser is out now. Tell them something more. This is an audience that's come to listen to you. क्या है फिल्म में? I can't make out much, which is the idea of a teaser. I know आपका डबल रोल है, काजोल कॉप है, बस इतना पता है. कुछ तो बताओ इनको और क्या एक्सपेक्ट करें?
So दो पत्ती ज़्यादा नहीं बोलेंगे पर जितना बोल सकते हैं. दो पत्ती in a nutshell is a story, a saucy story of two sisters.
Okay.
Okay. And, you know, it is a story of two sisters who have a very tumultuous relationship, story of siblings that you need to unravel and take that journey with them. It's a story of a cop who's caught between, you know, should I follow the rule book or should I follow my heart?
Right.
It is a story that delves into different relationships, fractured, wholesome, and makes you question, in the end, eventually, that सही क्या है और गलत क्या है.
Right.
और कभी-कभी जो सही है, क्या वो जो आपको रूल बुक में दिया जाता है या जो समाज समझता है कि ये सही है, क्या उसी को सही मानना चाहिए, या फिर you should use your own moral compass and take your own decision that this for me is right or not.
Wow, thank you for that. To you, double role play karna, you know, you prepare for two characters. How did it work?
I think it was one of the most exciting parts for me when she came with the story which had twins. And many times, like, you know, siblings have similarities and they have differences. Here, playing a double role doesn't mean that one is from Haryana and one is from somewhere else, and you know they have different dialects, or one is Sita, one is Geeta, belonging to different backgrounds and all. नहीं, ये साथ पली बड़ी हैं. तो इनमें differences हर तरह के नहीं होंगे, you know. So how to differentiate between these two characters? बहनों की मेरी और मेरी बहन हम जुड़वा नहीं है, लेकिन हमारी आवाज़ कई बार same sound करती है phone पे, you know. So things like that. So yeah, it was exciting and challenging because I had to differentiate between these two personalities and just how they are as individuals and what their dynamic is. Also, I think as an actor, it's just challenging to shoot scenes. Especially, I mean, in most double role films, what happens is that two people are shown differently and they meet at climax. Judwa and all, end में मिल गए, you know. इसमें ये मैडम ने 70% scenes जो लिखे हैं, both the girls are there in the scene.
Wow.
So what, as an actor, it just gets challenging because you have to block and mark what the other girl is doing before you start playing one part, because I need to know what she is doing because I will have to react to her. So it's just, it restricts you, but then that's the challenge.
Amazing.
You know?
So are there times when you're playing this role and next scene is immediately the other girl that you're playing?
All the time. She's
all the time?
flipping.
Hello, I was flipping
Good
full
to know,
day. My hair and makeup team was confused. They were like, "Abhi, sorry, ये कौन सी है? ये कौन सी वाली लड़की है?" You know, and they were sort of just changing hair makeup constantly. I used to sometimes change hair makeup like 4 to 5 times, like back and forth. Because there are times when you have to shoot both the girls. So you shoot one and now the camera can't move because you have to shoot the other immediately. And then come back to the first again.
Amazing.
But I have to
That's
tell you something,
work.
you know, her dedication, just like she also doesn't know it, but one thing that I noticed, she's so hungry to do what is right for the scene na, and she's so greedy for that, which I love her for that. ये बोलेगी, देखो, you have to pack up at a certain time, आप ज़्यादा नहीं कर सकते. 2 मिनट दो, मैं 2 मिनट में बाल वगैरह करके बाल वगैरह ठीक करके आ जाऊंगी. I will not take more time. And seriously, she would run, she would sprint into her van, change, come back in and give a shot as this sister, then go back and give a shot as that sister. So that hunger and that greed means I was like, this is one wonderful artist.
Amazing.
That I would like to, you know, watch.
यहाँ मेरा producer का बल्ब भी जाग रहा था कि नहीं ये तो खत्म ही करना है आज, नहीं तो पैसे लग जाएंगे.
इतनी स्पीड से कृति भागती थी, इतनी स्पीड से बाहर आती थी. I was
Well
like, damn good.
Right. You know, coming to Netflix, why? I know the reach is amazing. What are the, like, explain to someone who is maybe entering planning production, what is the biggest advantage of being on Netflix? What would you say as a producer now that you realize ki, wow, this works for us?
To be honest, I feel like what she said. I feel like Netflix gives you a slightly more global reach.
Right, you can release
you know,
everywhere.
also to the audiences who are used to watching a certain kind of content.
Right.
You know, and this somehow falls in that category. I would also say ऐसा नहीं है कि theatre में release नहीं हो सकती थी.
Okay.
You know, but we just at the time of scripting and you know when we felt like the final script, it felt like it needed a platform like Netflix.
Okay.
You know, which it just felt like a perfect fit for it.
Right.
My first Netflix release was Mimi.
Yes.
You know, direct to digital, and that was made for theaters. But I think the kind of reach that the film gave me overseas was very, very surprising, and still people sort of consumed it even in India, and it's given me more love than any other film, you know. So I don't think it matters where the film should just be right for that platform.
Right. Is it an advantage that, you know, that Friday, Saturday, Sunday window it has to perform, otherwise, you know, we are gone? Is that a good thing? Like that's
you know, report cards to ab OTT pe bhi nikalte hain. You know, it is not performance, be it at box office or be it on OTT. The film has to perform. There is a certain, here the map is viewership. You have those lists that come out, so you will know what film has performed how much. And on the box office, it is in terms of tickets.
Right.
So performance से आप बच नहीं सकते क्योंकि कहानी आपने ऑडियंस के लिए बनाई है.
Correct.
अब ऑडियंस को पसंद आई है, उन्होंने प्यार दिया कि नहीं, वो आपको वहाँ पर भी देंगे रिपोर्ट कार्ड और यहाँ पर भी देंगे रिपोर्ट कार्ड. So I don't think that's very different, but yes, Netflix has a global reach, an audience where the film is there, you can go and access it whenever you want.
Right.
So that is that one advantage one has when it is also on a platform.
Right, right. For you also the same? Like,
yeah, obviously I feel like when it comes to a digital platform, I feel you can tend to take more risks.
Okay.
And, you know, not have the pressure of the numbers coming in, you know, as box office.
Yeah.
You can do something slightly more edgier. You also know that the audiences of these platforms are used to, like I said, used to watching certain content, including the world cinema.
Yes.
You know, so I feel there is a slight difference in the kind of audiences. But report card सबके सामने flash ना हो हमको पता चलती है. So थोड़ा सा कान में जाके बताते हैं हमको instead of announcing it.
Right. So we'll move on to the rapid fire, which is all women-centric films, female-oriented roles. Ready? Okay. Simple questions. Your favorite, all-time favorite female character in a Hindi movie? That's a big one, but so please.
Written by my husband, Tanu Weds Manu, Kangana's character.
Oh, that was amazing. That was amazing.
I was bowled over.
I'm also a fan of Geet, yaar. I think every girl
totally,
is.
legendary.
Especially coming from Delhi in that time. Matlab, it was one of the first films that I saw thrice in the theatre. So, वो होता नहीं था but normally.
Right. एक कोई iconic past की woman-centric film which you would like to remake and you would like to act, you would like to produce?
You know, recently, हाल ही में मैंने picture देखी है. One of my friends recommended it. I saw it once and then I saw it again. I was blown away.
Wow.
It's Smita Patil ji's Mirch Masala by Ketan Desai ji. I just thought at that time, this story, these kind of characters and this kind of emotion, I was just blown over. Please, अगर आप लोगों ने Mirch Masala नहीं देखी है, please देखिए. It is another level of women empowerment about, you know, fighting injustice. और उस ज़माने में लिखी हुई ये film, इतनी layered film.
Wow.
So as a, you know, I was very inspired watching that.
Which one would you like to?
It's very tricky, but I love comedy. And चालबाज
I was thinking
चालबाज अगर कोई आज के ज़माने में करके थोड़ा आज के टाइम का बनाकर I think that was outstanding.
Right. You know, how were actresses in 80s and 90s, when you all talk to them, what was the biggest difference between y'all and them? The kind of work y'all do, the kind of style of working. Did they have any advantage over y'all? Did you have any advantage over them?
I mean, I think the time was very different. I think when I talk to, whether I've spoken to like Bebo or, you know, Tabu ma'am or Kajol ma'am, I feel like, I mean, they are like, अरे हमारे ज़माने में तो ये सब vanity तो नहीं था, you know, हम लोग इतना time नहीं लेते थे, इधर जाके tent में हम लोग change कर लेते थे कपड़े and all, you know, so things were more like normal, real, but again, they didn't have a pressure of every time you get ready for an event, you know, you have to be like fashion conscious and take, and now have photographers taking your professional pictures and all that. ये सब नहीं था. When I see like Filmfare awards and all these awards of that time, they used to wear their own clothes and like simple, you know, suits and simple dresses, sometimes jeans and top. And go for a award function.
The entourage and all was there back then. I don't know. Not like
limited.
this.
Not to the extent that we have now, but yeah.
Yeah. Guys, think of questions. I'm going to come to you all in a few minutes. Yes, I'm coming. I'm just finishing the rapid fire. If you could work with any actress from the 80s and 90s, which actress would you like to write for?
80s, Madhuri ji. I love Madhuri
ji.
You stole my answer right now.
I love Madhuri Dixit.
Right. Favorite actress in comedy from the 80s and 90s?
From the 80s and 90s. I think Sridevi ma'am.
Right.
My answer also.
Right. One advice to young girls who are entering this industry as actors and planning to enter. What would be your one go-to line? कि ये याद रखना भाई.
Just keep working on yourself. It's very important. You have to keep growing. Never think like you're there.
Right.
I'd say wear your smile, wear your confidence, and wear a thick skin.
Right. Right. Good one. Yeah. Good one. One actress you saw and you were starstruck.
Rekha ji.
Oh my God!
All are like
How are you?
twins hai, ye dono.
Okay.
You know, Kriti, I was
Okay, I think there is a reason that
Yeah.
we've co-produced a film together because and I swear ये होता था हमारे साथ कि हम हमेशा same page पे होते थे, which is a very important thing. हमारे clashes नहीं हुए हैं. I was about to say Rekha ma'am. माधुरी मैम इज़ माई फर्स्ट आंसर बिकॉज मैं जब मॉडलिंग कर रही थी तब वो शो स्टॉपर बन के आई थी पहले एंड आई हैव बिन अ माधुरी दीक्षित फैन आई हैव कॉपीड हर steps and watched TV and copied her expressions and everything. So that was my first moment. But when I saw Rekha ma'am also, just the way she is, there is just something.
It does something. I embarrassed Himanshu so much. We went for a screening and I saw her, industry screening. There are lots of actors there and I saw Rekha ma'am walked in. Please take my selfie. He said, what is wrong with you? I crawled up to her in the dark and I don't know, I'm such a big fan. She's like, what? Himanshu like, you've totally lost it. So literally I've done all of this because there's something about Rekha ji that just, that X factor.
Right.
या मेरे में कुछ है पता नहीं मैं स्टार स्ट्रक भी होती तो मैं पूछ नहीं पाती कि मुझे फोटो चाहिए
मैंने आज तक किसी से नहीं पूछा except Rekha
हाँ
ji.
पर मुझे लगता है नहीं ठीक है it's okay.
Right. Last question. One actress who you are yet to meet and you would like to meet and you would love to meet, but you have not got a chance.
Madhuri Dixit.
Arey?
Really?
Different answer you have to give.
Really? I've met obviously I've met.
Okay, ठीक है. Madhuri Dixit. Which actor would you've just watched but never met, would like to meet?
I don't know. I can't think of.
Okay.
I really can't think
Everyone,
of.
na?
Yeah.
Cool. Guys, so we'll firstly a big hand. This is
Meryl Streep.
Meryl Streep. Big hand to
बाहर चले
that.
जाते हैं.
Right. This is a all-women team. Writer, producer, be woman. Actress, producer. Kajol is not here. Double role. सब कुछ इधर.
Is it
Women
ऐसा
ऐसा
power
नहीं
match.
है यार एक शही शेख भी है हमारा who's a
Yes.
guy and our director is a guy. So ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि हमने जबरदस्ती ऐसे किया है but yeah.
Give the mic on this table. There are.
Hello. Hi, my name is Tafseer and I got crochet flowers for you too. It's handmade by me.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Lovely.
Come, you wanna give?
This questionnaire is started with gifts.
Gifts. That's
So
a
nice.
great
Oh my
one, no?
God.
She's made it.
You
yeah.
made it yourself?
Guys, big hand. She's made it and yeah.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. This is lovely.
Thank you so much. This is so pretty. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Next time, if I don't get one, then you see. Okay? Okay, next question right next to her. Yeah.
Hi Kriti, hi, you're looking beautiful.
Thank you.
And my question is to you that how do you handle criticism and maintain confidence in your work?
How do I handle criticism?
Yeah. And maintain confidence in your work.
I think everyone's going to say something because everyone has an opinion and they feel the need to say it sometimes. But you have to make sure that you surround yourself with real people.
Yeah.
And by real people, I mean who tell you very honestly when you're good and when you're not. So you get the real criticism. And I always take the real, genuine, honest criticism, which is not coming from a place of just wanting to put the other person down. I take that very seriously. I think about it. And I really, really see if, I agree with it and it makes sense to me. So it's always constructive. And you can't listen to everyone. Na? So you have to also listen to that voice in your heart, that believes in yourself. And just block the other noise.
Right. There's a guy there in the corner. Can you pass the mic? And Kriti, till then, can I show you it's a full house?
Yes.
Big hand, guys, to yourself.
ये वाला shot हम पहले डालेंगे.
Yeah, please ask.
Hi, you both are looking beautiful. And my question is for both of you. So what I've recently, just now, I was checking my Instagram and Ranjana song is coming tomorrow. I've seen. So what do you think, like in OTT space, do you think like the music bit in a film or a web show has given that much importance, or like that should be given more? Like we celebrate film music, but we never celebrate OTT music, if you say so. So do you think like that's gonna change, or like that's need to be added more and stuff like that?
I think as producer, I feel, and as a maker, as a writer, somebody who makes films in the as a living, I think you cannot conceptualize a film without music. Firstly, it's an audio visual, and the emotions that can come from music, you know, even it's bigger than a scene probably, or a dialogue. So it is not about OTT pe aana chahiye ki nahi music. It depends from maker to maker, director to director, producer to producer. So we as producers, in the course of time, we realized, like we agree on so many things, that we really believe music carries a film and carries an emotion to a large extent. So be it a film on a platform or be it a film in the theaters, any film that at least I make as a producer, I would love for the music to be a driving force, a very distinct force in the storytelling.
I agree with her, and I also feel music is a very universal language. Sometimes you don't even know the lyrics and it's in some other language and you still connect to it. There's some connect. You know, I feel it's the sound. And I am fully desi that way. Our films celebrate music, you know. It is all about music. And I think music just shows so many emotions and enhances the depth of the emotions. So I am very passionate about music, and I feel like, you know, a good film must have good music.
Super, thank you. Before we go, कल जो गाना आ रहा है उसके बारे में कुछ बता दो, एक लाइन, दो शब्द for.
इनकी आवाज़ बहुत अच्छी है.
बता दो, गा दो नहीं.
But
Yeah.
No, it is
teaser.
One of my favorite. Actually, yeah, I can say it is my favorite from the album of Patti. It's a heartbreak song, and I think heartbreak भी एक ऐसी इमोशन है जो सब कनेक्ट करते हैं, है कि नहीं? कभी ना कभी किसी ना किसी का कहीं ना कहीं तो दिल टूटा ही है. तो आई थिंक एक बहुत ही यूनिवर्सल इमोशन है, एंड आई जस्ट लव द हुक लाइन ऑफ इट, व्हिच इज जा रांझन तू भी क्या याद रखेगा, जा हीर ने तेनू
थोड़ी कोई बोलता है, कोई दो
सुनाना पड़ेगा.
जा रांझड़ रांझड़ तू भी क्या याद करेगा, जा हीर ने तेनू छोड़ दिया.
Great note to end on. Thank you so much and best of luck. Guys, you all have been a great audience. Thank you very much. We still have you.
Hi, my name is Prerna Rohit.
Hello.
Which is great. Can we please clap for this very powerful duo, and of course Rohit, who really brings out the best with whoever's on stage. But trust me, I think it's a, पता नहीं आप astrologer में विश्वास रखती हैं कृति?
थोड़ा बहुत.
क्या आपने किसी से पूछा है कि ये आपका समय है, this is your moment to shine, because this year has been phenomenal. Can we please clap for Kriti Sanon and her achievements? It's very difficult to basically specify on each achievement, but I think you've just been extremely inspiring, and as Kanika very, very rightly mentioned, I also believe that you're one of the most hardworking and talented actors, so that's great. अब इतनी मैंने तारीफ कर दी है, तो जो writer होता है, अगर राइटर नहीं है तो कुछ नहीं है दोस्त. Can we please clap for Kanika Sood? She's given us some phenomenal films, and I think Man Marziya didn't do as well. So re-release जब होगी वो जो होगी, I think that's the time when we're just going to make sure we understand the power of Kanika Sood. ऐसा नहीं है that we don't know it already. Kanika, कुछ सवाल है? Kriti, कुछ सवाल है? Quickly, 3 things, Kriti, you do not compromise on when signing a script. वो कौन सी 3 चीजें हैं?
That I do not compromise on.
Absolutely not. It's a must.
There are many.
Like 3 top things which you probably don't think they might be as obvious, like a good script, of course. But like something else that you probably...
Oh, you want non-obvious ones?
Non-obvious ones. If that's okay with you, if not, that's
yeah,
absolutely...
of course.
Yeah.
Respect.
Yeah.
Equality.
Yeah.
In basic day-to-day working.
Everything.
And just to be given a voice.
Yeah.
You know, and not be expected to just be quiet and do what you're asked to, because you're an actor at the end of it.
Yeah.
It's a creative profession.
Kriti standing tall once, Kriti standing tall twice, Kriti standing tall forever for the right things. Can we please clap for Kriti?
Yeah, because my height is 5'9".
I was going to say 5'11", but then I was like, I shouldn't try. Kanika, 3 things you do not compromise on while going for a road trip in a car. What would those 3 things be? Also, by the way, you're looking, matlab, mera dimag kharab ho gaya aaj aapko dekh ke. You're looking phenomenal. Yeah, moving on.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think road trip, first is water bottle.
Wow. Wow, ye to humne socha. Very good.
Second, you have to be hydrated.
Absolutely.
You can go cuckoo otherwise. A great music playlist.
Yeah.
And definitely a great conversation partner.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it's going to be a long trip.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Yeah, you don't want boring people on your road trip. You
Meko
do an
jab-
audition properly.
In my head, I've been auditioning people for road trips since bachpan.
Since bachpan.
So whenever I know there's a road trip, boring, interesting. Always.
Typical road trip partners probably Tapsi, along with Kriti, along with Kajol ma'am, along with like whoever you've been working with recently. ये 2 सवालों के बाद में I also have a few questions in regards with your hair. Kriti, ये सवाल आपके लिए है. What's your... Sorry.
हम कहाँ जा रहे हैं?
We love your somersaults.
जीवन क्या है? Let's not get there. क्योंकि जीवन है बहुत मुश्किल. और बालों की जब बात करते हैं, बाल specifically जब आप बता रही थी, how in the 90s film fair या किसी भी award show के लिए it was just get up, show up, and now you really have to do the drill. What is your go-to hair tool when you're in a rush, Kriti Sanon?
Hair straightener. क्योंकि मुझे और कर्ल वर्ल करना नहीं आता है, सिर्फ स्ट्रेटन होते हैं अपने आप.
Yeah, you're not a tong girl. You're a.
I cannot handle the tongue on my own.
We got to know something that Kriti can't do, huh? मतलब एक चीज़ है. Okay, this is for you, Kanika. What's the craziest hairstyle you've had? And I can totally understand with the writing that you've done so far. You must have had some crazy hairstyle, some crazy hair color phase of your life.
The craziest one I've had is just before I sat for my board's exam.
Yeah.
Where my examiner almost threw me out because he couldn't recognize me. I was so stressed. I was like, "Arey, kya karna hai? Kuch nahi aata." I went to a salon.
Yeah.
I have gotten a hard perm done.
Yeah.
I had like straight black hair and gotten full red head.
Yeah.
With
Who
hard
were you
perm.
frustrated with?
When was this?
Education.
10th standard. Was it 10th standard?
It was 10th standard.
Stress
board.
on your board exam.
Yes, I was just angry at the whole education system. And I went to the beauty parlor.
Do you have a picture to show everyone?
I doubt she would want to.
But after my exams were over,
Yeah.
I was crying and telling, Mummy, ye kya ho gaya?
Yeah.
Then I'm putting tail and made it worse. So don't ask.
Yeah. Well, we did ask and you did answer. So claps for that. Thank you so much. क्या हम इन बहुत ही खूबसूरत जवाबों के लिए आइकॉनिक के हैम्पर्स कृति और कनिका के लिए पेश कर सकते हैं? Guys, with claps. मैं 2 pictures click करने वाली हूँ with Kanika and Kriti, and this is on our Instax. Fuji film का Instax है for दो Patti.
Yeah, click their picture.
2 pictures that I'd like to take of the 2 of you, and then we'll immediately give you this print जो आप अपने refrigerator पे या कहीं और लगा सकती हैं. और जब ये picture हम click कर रहे हैं, मेरा जो ढलता हुआ makeup है, उसके लिए तालियां बजा दीजिएगा. मैं तो picture में नहीं होंगी, ठीक है?
Thank you.